This is Carnival Hunt. It's an asymmetrical horror strategy multiplayer game where one player takes on the role of the carnival monster and the other players play as the bunnies. So it's a 5 versus 1 asymmetrical horror. You and your team are going to need to work together to get through the various levels of the map to get to the exit at the top. There's 4 levels that you need to get to escape. You'll need to help each other recharge, distract the killer, and work on objectives to unlock doors and apparatuses that'll get you to the top. First thing you'll need to do when you enter the game as a bunny is to check the bodies of your fallen allies. They hold components, crafting materials, and items to use against the killer. Your bag has limited space. In the top left corner, there'll be 4 red squares. Anything touching this space or in that space can be lost to the magician when you're caught. Everything else outside of that space is safe, even if you get caught by the killer. You can click and drag or double click to add items from the bunnies to your inventory. To open your inventory, you press the I button. Whenever you have an item in your backpack, you can hover over it and press a key 1, 2, or 3 to add that to your quick slot. You can always drag it over to the hand icon to put it into your hand. Some items like lockpicks and rope don't need to be equipped to be used. Running, jumping, dropping gears, and activating objectives will alert the killer to your position. Using the in-game voice chat will also alert the killer to your position. Dropping gears will alert the killer to your position. Getting caught by the killer will allow the killer to steal any keys you had equipped or in your inventory, remove your inventory that are in the 4 red squares of your backpack, throw you, or kill you if you don't have any weapons. While the killer is holding you, there'll be skill checks. Hitting the left mouse click in the green area will fill the bar. Hitting the left mouse button in the orange area will give you a critical hit, filling the bar even more. Whether you manage to successfully escape the killer's grasp or he throws you, a panic bar will appear at the bottom of your screen. You have until that bar runs out. Find an escape hole, which is highlighted in blue, which will teleport you to a different area of the map on the first floor, giving you some distance between you and the killer. This is a teleport booth, and it's on every single level that the magician can use to get to different levels quickly. This is a cage, and behind me is a sword cage. The killer can put you in either, but there is a way to prevent that. If you happen to loot a mousetrap, you can easily equip it to the lock of the cage or the sword box to free the bunny that he tries to put in that. A good strategy for the teleport box, if you manage to find a jingle bunny, you can place it near or in front of the teleport box. That way it'll alert everyone on the map that the magician has teleported there. The magician can destroy the jingle bunny once he finds it. The main item you're searching for will be gears. Gears are what you need to open up the first path to each level before unlocking shortcuts later. You can ping anything by clicking middle mouse button, whether that's a gear, yourself, or the killer. A defense against the magician is playing dead. You do this by hitting the F key on your keyboard. You'll drop down immediately and play dead. If you're holding a gear when you do this, you will drop down, but the gear will make a noise when it hits the floor. If you drop the gear before you lay down, it'll still make a noise, alerting the killer. A sign that the killer is coming is you'll hear footsteps, and as his footsteps get closer, the screen will start to shake. Heartbeat will start beating rapidly the closer the killer is, and you can see the killer's red stain of where he's looking. You can run by holding the left shift key on your keyboard. Running will make you go faster, but alert the killer to where you are. If you're holding a gear, you'll walk a little bit faster. It's not worth it though, in my opinion, as holding a gear makes you move slowly, and running with it doesn't help you go any faster, but makes your footsteps a lot louder and very noisy. Killer has some devices of his own to attack us or help show where we are. Killer can activate these sentinels, as you see here, and once you get up and go through them, it'll make a noise alerting the killer that you've been through there. It'll then deactivate for a short time before reactivating. Killer also has fake bunnies that will attack you if you get near them or chase you down. In the lower left corner, you'll see your name, a red circle, 3 gears on top of that red circle, and a tiny green circle to the right of that. The red circle is your stamina, and once depleted, you'll be lifeless until someone charges you. Above that is your 3 gears. 3 gears are your life. Each one is taken away when you're grabbed and thrown by the magician, when you use a cannon, or when you fall from a great height. If you have no more of those gears when the magician grabs you, he will instantly kill you.
Let's go.
There are items such as a gearbox or an oiler that will restore 1 gear. The yellow bar around the green circle is your panic bar. Every time you interact with the killer or one of his items, it fills. You can decrease this by using a bunny to comfort yourself and remove the panic. Throughout the map, there'll be chests that are locked. You unlock these chests by finding a lockpick from one of your fallen bunnies and holding it in your inventory. To unlock the chest, you simply walk up to it and hold E to unlock it. You don't need to equip the lockpick. Then press E again to open the chest. The item I'm using here is called the Oiler. Using it restores 1 gear to your health pool. Keys are needed to recharge yourself, activate certain items within the game, and activate and charge objectives within the game. As you navigate through the map, climbing ropes, running, jumping, and walking, your stamina will deplete, which is the red bar to the left. You can ask your friends to help recharge you, but you or your friend need to have a key. While you're recharging each other, you can take that key from them, or they can take it from you. To ask someone to help charge you, you hold the Alt on the left keypad and navigate down to charge me. This is also your quick emote slot. Ropes can be looted from bunny corpses, and they create a shortcut between levels. You have to access one level using standard objective methods, find a pole, and then use your rope on the pole for it to be there for the rest of the game. You don't need to equip the rope, you just simply have to have it in your inventory. You can use the rope to go up or down between levels. The Ferris wheel, once activated, gets you to the final level of the map. One of the many objectives that you'll need to do is hitting a hammer on this bell until it hits the bell. In order to do that, you need to have your gear placed and charged. Then you walk over to the bell, press E on the big red button, and a hammer will spawn that you get to hit to ring the bell. The skill check will pop up, and if you hit it in the green zone, it's going to take 4 green zone skill checks to ring that bell. But only 2 orange critical hits to get it activated. Once it's activated, you'll jump on the little thing and it'll ride you up to the next level. can also use a cannon to get to another level, but this takes two people. One to load yourself in, and another to aim you
Let's
and
go.
launch you to the next level. You will lose a health gear for using the cannon. Once you and your team reach the fourth level, you'll need two gears to input on mechanisms on the opposite sides of the floor and a key to charge both of those mechanisms. Once the final mechanism is charged, the doors will automatically open and a timer for 5 minutes will start. A magical hat will also spawn on the first floor, which can teleport one bunny out. Everyone else will have to leave through the doors on the floor. There's quite a few items to use against the killer. One of them is marbles, that when the killer runs over it, he'll trip and be stuck. Second one is a carrot, which acts like a smoke field to try and get away without being seen. Third one is a rocket, which you can aim at the killer, and if you hit him, you'll stun him, but it's also used to disengage. You also can get balloons, which help you float across gaps, but they only last a little while. There's also a tricycle, which speeds you up and lasts 15 minutes. There is a vendor in the game, but it's currently not active during the alpha. For the vendor, you need a key to activate the vendor, a mystery can to offer as tribute, and then candy to take whatever item you plan. Once you exit, you'll be able to see the points you escaped with, your resources you escaped with, your MMR increase or decrease, and the status of everyone. To do this, you click on Statistics to see this, and in that screen, you click on Exit to go back to the main menu.